Okay, so hopefully you've made your predictions, and now we're going to talk about what actually happens. So before we left, we talked about this idea that when we have a charged particle moving through a magnetic field, that charged particle will have a force acting on it. So we have this, we saw that thing with the TVs, and we saw that pretty much just with the TVs, and that tube with that demo in class. So we said that they're going to follow this equation, that the magnetic force is equal to Q, so the amount of charge, times V, the velocity that that charge is moving at, times the value of our magnetic field. And we said that this is acting as a cross product, so we can use our right-hand rule to figure out what direction that force is acting in. So in this case, we have all of these components. We have charges, these electrons, that are moving within a magnetic field, so there's going to be a force acting on them. So one thing that we're going to have to do really quickly though, we said when we're dealing with electrons, we're going to have to use electrons, right? We're going to use that little remembering tool. When we're dealing with electrons, we're going to use our left-hand rule. So same exact rules apply, we're just using our left hand instead of our right hand. So we're saying, okay, our charge is moving to the right in the way that this picture shows us. Again, sorry if what I'm doing is mirrored. So we have this velocity moving, the charges are moving, the magnetic field is into the page, which means that there's going to be a magnetic force downwards acting on these charged particles. So these electrons are going to feel a downwards force. So all of these are going to feel this downwards magnetic force, and they're free to move, so they're able to actually move downwards. So what we end up with is this charge separation. We have this separation where our electrons are down at the bottom, and then because our electrons moved away, we have these protons left on the top of our conductor. So we have positive charges and then negative charges. So now what I want you to do is, again, go back to this Google form and predict again and kind of discuss why this is important. What happens when we have charge separation? Have we seen any situations before where we have this positive charge and this negative charge? Have we seen situations like that? And what was the consequence of having these positive charges and these negative charges? So I want you to write a little bit about that before you move on to the next video. But write that, see what you got, and then we'll move on to the next video.